Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As I've learned well from the other side, some people have a tremendously good grasp of the small picture here. I'd like to submit a slide from the Institute for 21st Century Energy for the record. This slide shows the number of coal-fired power plants planned and under construction and their total capacity in megawatts. I think the conclusion is fairly simple. The world is hungry for energy, and whether you like it or not, coal is going to be the energy that will do what's necessary to fill that gap. And nothing that happens in Paris is going to change that. It seems somebody in the administration or a group in the administration seem to be in la-la land. I mean, it's just not reality, and it's hard to understand why they seem to have no problem making life more difficult, not only for American families, but especially harmful those in America and around the world who can least afford it. I just don't know why they would want, the other side would want to harm them. Mr. Knappenberger, the Paris conference appears to be more about climate financing. So not only is the U.S. supposed to hobble its own economy with the Clean Air Power Plan in the name of the President's climate change agenda, it seems now we're going to be asked to pay billions to developing countries. Am I reading this right?
That's definitely one aspect that's going to be discussed in Paris. I'll be surprising if something binding comes out of that, but they are going to talk about that.
Do commitments in an international agreement that is not reviewed by Congress have any binding effect on domestic law?
That's not my area of expertise. I've seen people who have suggested that there's difficulties with that.
Professor Lawrence Tribe compared the EPA's power grab in the Clean Power Plan to burning the Constitution. Could the same be said of the administration's international agenda here, do you think?
Well, the administration's international agenda, you got to be careful with it because going forward, the climate change that's projected to occur is going to be coming from 90% from emissions from these developing countries. And so if you do something that sort of limits their ability to develop, that's going to be potentially far worse than whatever climate change might bring to them.
Okay. In your testimony, you questioned the necessity for the Clean Power Plan and the President's pledge to the United Nations. Are you inferring that the technological advancements and trends will already reduce carbon emissions without regulation or further pledges?
I think that business as usual is a pretty strong plan, is a pretty strong way forward. Economies become more energy efficient over time, and especially developing economies do that more rapid than developed economies. And in our case, with the input of natural gas into the energy production system, we've become more carbon efficient with our economy too. So business as usual is a strong plan, and you can lower your emissions through technological advancements that don't need to be dictated from on
shoved down everybody's throat. Already 27 states, more than half the country, have filed legal challenges against the existing power plant regulation, a number that could grow even higher. Where are the President's international climate commitments if the rules he's relying on are thrown out by the courts?
Well, it's very unlikely they're going to be able to be met.
Okay. That's the questions I had, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. I yield back.
Okay.